a student and member of ATPLC. I welcome to all of you who are present here for this session on opportunities in electronics field and its preparation. I also give a special thanks to Mr. Rajdeep Paul sir to accept our invitation and give his precious time for this session. Now, before moving start this session, I would like to give a short introduction of Rajdeep Paul sir. Mr. Rajdeep Paul is a lead senior engineer at Qualcomm Technology, Hyderabad. He is an alumnus of National Institute Technology, Tiruchirappalli, and had done MTech in computer science from their session 2K14 to 16. He had also remained the member of postgraduate campus placement committee at NIT Tirsi between 2K15 to 16. In this role, he volunteered a lot of activities like coordinated training of junior batch, creating test paper, conducting group discussion, etc. He is also an active contributor at Stack Overflow and GitHub with having over 16K reputation on Stack Overflow. He was also the founder of MCQstrict.com, an online MCQ test platform for students. He is working in areas like high-level operating system, Qualcomm trusted execution or environment, high bandwidth digital content protection over HDMI DisplayPort and Wi-Fi DisplayPort, etc. He is responsible for driving HDCP for volatile and mid-tier series of Snapdragon processor, and also he is one of POCs of HDCP in Qualcomm India. Now I would like to hand over this session to Mr. Rajdeep Paul sir to continue further.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Divya. Thanks for this great introduction, and thanks for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to be here interacting with you guys. And let's start the session then. Okay, let me share my screen. I actually didn't know what to prepare specifically, so I just prepared a couple of slides. So I'll go over those. Just a second. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Can somebody validate?
No, sir. Yes, sir. The screen is just sharing, sir.
Just a second. Just a second.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Okay, just a second. Okay, cool. So I'll talk about the semiconductor domain, its like opportunities, the kind of resources we have, and overall view of that. But I mainly rely on your questions because the kind of stuff that I'm going to talk about from now on is based on the assumptions that you might have these questions, but your questions and your understanding or your expectations may be way different than what I would cover. So feel free to jump in at any point in between the session, after the session, or even offline on LinkedIn or over email. If you want to ask anything, if you need any suggestion, or if you want to get into this field, then please feel free to contact me. There's absolutely no worry, and please don't hesitate. That's the first thing I want you to know. Okay. So let's dive into the main domain itself, that is the semiconductor domain or the electronics domain, as you mentioned. It's actually wide domain, but having said that, when I specifically talk about the software domain itself or the software industry, there are a lot of things that happens, right? If you look out, let me give you a small example so that you can understand. So let's say if you put out a job posting saying that I need a web developer or I need a generic software developer who could work on Angular
Sir,
JS,
excuse me, sir.
React JS.
Sir, if you are comfortable with Hindi, that you can also use that. Actually, sir, students are not
Sorry?
sir, students are not that comfortable with English. I hope.
Oh, okay.
Sir, so you use the
Sorry,
both,
I
sir.
didn't know. Okay. Uh,
Both use, sir. English in the both. You can use that both.
Okay, just are everyone comfortable with English or like everyone comfortable? मैं हिंदी में भी बात कर सकता हूँ. Absolutely no problem.
Okay. Attendees reply
Okay, I
this.
think then can somebody reply like if like everyone okay with Hindi or like should I continue talking in English?
Sir, both language.
Both. Okay. Okay, I'll start speaking in English. So if you guys have any doubt, then just interrupt me and मैं हिंदी में उसे continue करूँगा. So feel free to jump in at any point in time. Okay, please don't hesitate. Okay. Okay, so okay, my screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So as I was saying that if you put out a post, a job posting saying that you need a software engineer, generic software engineer who could work on AngularJS, React.js, cloud, right? So it's a very vast domain. It's a very like the kind of opportunities that it attracts is a lot. That like more and more people will attract to that job posting or attract to that field, right? And many people have expertise also in that area. But when you put out a job posting as a semiconductor engineer or electronics engineer, the kind of expertise level that it demands, the crowd, the normal people that sees that post might not be having that kind of expertise, right? So it's a very expertise driven area. मैं हिंदी में एक बार बता देता हूँ कि अगर तुमने एक जॉब इंडस्ट्री है जहाँ पे इतने सारे जॉब्स हैं और लाइक इसमें जेनेरिक सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग भी है और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स भी है, लेकिन सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग का जो एरिया होता है वो काफी वाइड होता है, ठीक है, क्योंकि उसमें रिसोर्सेज काफी ज्यादा लाइक अवेलेबल है. जैसे मान लो कि किसी को पीएचपी में कोड करना, तो पीएचपी के फॉर एग्जांपल थाउजेंड ट्यूटोरियल्स अवेलेबल है. But when it comes to the electronics part, when it comes to the electronics domain, there are not a lot of opportunities or the resources available. So that is why this is very industry, a very expertise driven thing. And if you have that interest to work in that area, and if you generate that interest while working in this area or in this semiconductor domain, then your demand will be like a lot in within the semiconductor domain companies. Right. So yeah, it's a very interesting domain. It's a very challenging domain, and it's a very expertise-driven domain. Right. And now let's come to the second point. That is the domain horizon. Right. Now, when I say that the processor, you will think like it's a monolithic processor, like a chip kind of, right? But it is not like that. Like in that particular chip, there are multiple different subsystems are there. Like you will in that same in the same processor, you will have multimedia subsystem, you will have Wi-Fi subsystem, you have modem subsystem, you have RF radio frequency RF subsystems. You have so many different subsystems are there. So you have to figure out in which area you want to work, or which area attracts you, or or whatever is your interest in that particular processor. So there are a lot of opportunities out there in terms of the domain or in terms of the subsystem within the processor where you want to work in. And there is no question of its wide applications, because like semiconductor or the electronics is like everywhere now, starting from mobile, then laptops, handheld devices, IoT, automotive, like autonomous vehicle, like everywhere the semiconductor industry or the semiconductor chip is there, the processor is there. So the application is really vast. So it's a very interesting and challenging, I would say, again, right? And in terms of resources, I know it's a bit challenging, because when you search for PHP tutorial or any other kind of any software engineering tutorials, the kind of resources you will get is way higher than what you would get for semiconductor domain, right? But however, that being said, there are a lot of resources are still available, which I'll point out in the later section. Okay, To summarize this slide, semiconductor domain is a very interesting domain. And if you have interest in the electronics field, or even not from the electronics background, if you are from the software engineer, if you are a software engineer, if you want to become a software engineer, then also it is a very good field to get into. Because I'll tell you why. Because when somebody tells you a processor, people always think like, okay, this is just a pure hardware, nothing else. But it's not like that. It's a processor which is a hardware, but it also comes with the software stack. Like for me, as an example, I am not from electronics background. I'm from computer science background. Both from my BTech and my MTech, I did computer science engineering. But when I got into this field, I was pretty skeptical at the beginning that how things would go, and what kind of things I get to learn. But when I got into this field, there are like many different fields or divisions where you can work. Like you can work like pure software, you can work in hardware, you can work in tools, you can work in many different things. So it is not like if you are just from the electronics background, then you can be comfortable in this field. No, it's not like that. If you are good, if you are if you want to become a software engineer also, then it is also a very good field to get into, right? uh, yeah, so this is the slide that this is the domain specific part that I wanted to cover. Any question till this point?
क्या हो रहा है?
Okay, no question. Okay. Okay, so the kind of resources that I was talking about in the previous slide, um, there are a lot of resources available online. Like you have NPTEL courses, which I think it's pretty good. You have the MIT Open Courseware, where the like it's a very good resource like pool is there. So you should definitely check that MIT Courseware out. Like it's a very good pool of resources. Now then you have Coursera, and Coursera has a very interesting list of courses and projects and stuff. So you may want to check this out also. And also, if nothing, like if you want to search something specific, then of course Google and YouTube is always there for you. In case you want to like if you are very interested in a particular not I would not say field, if you are particularly interested in a particular product or a set of features, then obviously you can search on Google, look for company blogs where people or the company post about their upcoming products or the new set of features they're coming with. So you can check those things also. It's a very good resource for you. And then of course traditional way, books like Windows internals or Linux, like a lot of books are available. Like you can go check it out, read. Then these are all the resources that typically would be beneficial for you. Now the kind of things that you need to focus on, right? So the first thing is the coding. I put that in this slide in the first place is because I'm from I'm from computer science background. But even if you are an electronics background, right, because I told you earlier that there is a software part of it as well. It is not just a pure hardware that you can do an assembly language thing only. So it's a software that you write in C, maximum in C language, and sometimes in C++ also. So the coding part is really necessary. I highly encourage you to like be proficient in C at least if you want to get into this field. C++, if you are very proficient in C++ as well, then it's very good. But at least in C you should be very proficient at. And of course critical thinking, like how if because it's a domain, it's an industry, right? So the kind of problems you will solve is the kind of problems that customers report. So it's a real world problems, and you are going to solve the real world. Then you have to provide the real world solutions. So yeah, so that is why you have to have the critical thinking, and it's not specific to semiconductor, be it any kind of job description. And then comes down to the project. Just a second, let me take a sip of water. Okay. Now comes to the project part. You should definitely, as an entry level position, you should definitely have one or two solid projects. It can be your anything your it can be your
Yes,
pred
sir.
projects. It can be your open source
Yes, sir.
projects. If you have contributed a specific
सर
set of
अपडेट तो
feature
किए हुए थे,
in
यस सर, उसके
GitHub,
बाद उसका कहाँ पे
or
कुछ
if you
दिख
have
रहा है?
created a device driver or
सी
Wi-Fi
पैनल नहीं
display
दिख रहा
driver
आपका.
or any kind of things you have built or you have developed,
सी
you
पैनल
just
जो
put it
ओपन
out
करा है तो
in
सी पैनल लॉगिन का ऑप्शन ही नहीं
GitHub
आ रहा है.
and just add to your resume.
वही
So it
सर,
will be a
जहाँ से
very
उनका थी जो
beneficial. So
लिंक
an
थी, वो
entry
जो
level
एक्सेस दिए
position,
हुए थे.
or if you are approaching to a company or to a person who is working in the industry and if you want to get a referral to get into the
सर
company,
वो नहीं किए, उससे
then
पहले
also
वो
this
लिंक अपडेट
the
करने का है,
open source
लेकिन उससे
projects will
पहले
be
से वो
really helpful for you. So I highly encourage you to work on your final year
सर हम
projects
रात में
or
मैसेज
the
कर चुके
pre-final year
ग्रुप में.
projects, right? And there are
ग्रुप में रात
various
में मैसेज कर
opportunities are
चुके हैं कि
also
सर
there,
कि ये
like
उनका थी एक्सेस नहीं
if
मिल
for
रहा है.
example if you want
सर
to
आप देखे
work
तो
on
सर
Raspberry Pi,
ग्रुप में मैसेज कर.
I'm not sure if you have heard of
ये सर
Raspberry
तो
Pi.
मॉर्निंग में ही सर, हम मॉर्निंग में उनका करने गए थे
Let me
ऑलरेडी.
know if you are not familiar with Raspberry Pi.
हाँ हाँ, यस सर.
We are familiar, sir.
Okay,
यस सर, तो
so
कल
Raspberry Pi is a
मॉर्निंग में चेक किया तो उनका
great
ये
way
था,
to showcase your skills. It's a single
क्लोज
board
था.
computer where you can build a lot of things. You can build your own device driver, your own OS, Linux kernel. You can modify. You can build your loadable kernel modules. You can do n number of things with this. So I highly recommend you to use Raspberry Pi if you don't have other resources or if you are really interested to work on Raspberry Pi. And of course, Linux kernel is there. It's open source. There are a lot of features going on. There are a lot of features that already is in the session. So if you want to contribute on Linux kernel in GitHub, then like I highly encourage you to do so, because it's a very good way to
Yes, sir.
showcase the companies that you are very much inclined to get into this domain and you are very passionate about this domain. So yeah, please do check this out. And the social presence. Nowadays, even if you, for example, even if you build a great product, unless and until people know about this product, it's of no use. So if you are like if you have built a product, if you have built a feature, just put it on GitHub and also discuss on LinkedIn, because you will find many like-minded people on LinkedIn where you can discuss your ideas, discuss your thought process, and then come up with a solution and then build another set of products or maybe a totally new set of products. So I highly recommend you to use these tools, like social media tools like GitHub, LinkedIn, even Stack Overflow, to showcase your skill, that you are really passionate about this and you have already done some work in the electronics or the semiconductor domain. So that's what I wanted to convey. And finally, your resume. I cannot emphasize how much you should put your effort in this part, because I have seen many resumes where like people have done many things, but the resume is just garbage. Like there are a lot of indentation going on, there are a lot of spelling mistakes, the projects are not clearly defined. Like somehow they put out the resume thinking that someone will pick it up. It is not the case. Your resume should be well formatted. It should be well formatted. There should be no spelling mistake, because see, every recruiter will spend about 5 to 10 seconds to look into your resume, and if it doesn't showcase or if it doesn't highlight your skills, you will not get picked up. So your resume, like, you will only your work, your whatever projects you have done, whatever pointers you have achieved in your college, whatever things you did in your life will not matter unless and until the recruiter picks up your resume, right? So your resume, you should focus like a lot more on your resume, that what you are going to write, there should be no spelling mistake, no punctuation, indentation, clearly defined projects. And I'm not saying that just explain your project in a full length manner, just a brief 1 or 2 lines, so that the recruiter can understand what your project is about and it is interesting enough for him or her to identify you and to select you for interview. So that's what I'm saying. So be very careful with your resume and put extra effort on this area. And finally, the kind of companies that we have in this electronic space, there are a lot of companies out there. Like we have Intel, Qualcomm, Huawei, NVIDIA, Cadence, and many startup companies are also there. BlueStacks, and even if you believe it or not, the top companies like even Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, the Google. Like if you know about it or not, I don't know if you are aware that even Google is has its own chip, G chip. Even Facebook has is coming up with its own product line that uses the processor or the semiconductor application processor. Then you have Microsoft. I'm sure you have heard about Surface Duo and Surface Pro. So these are the kind of devices. Like every company is putting a lot of effort in this domain. So yeah, so the kind of opportunities you will get is a huge, but you have to make sure that you take care of your basically. I know you are in your college, so take care of your pointer. Do a solid projects, one or two solid projects. Don't do like small 7 projects, and don't do just one project. Like even one project is good if the project is really big, but you have to showcase that it is big enough that you did only one project. But as part of your pre-final year and final year, I recommend you do 2 projects, like in this domain, in this electronics domain. If you are interested in it, contribute on open source communities, uh, do something with Raspberry Pi, upload your project in GitHub. And yeah, and make sure your theoretical part, and not just if you have done, it's not like you have done your project and that is it. You have to be also very strong in your theoretical part. I mean to say the whatever subjects you are learning, so be very good at it. I mean to be very good at it. So it will be very helpful when you interview for any of these companies. So yeah, I think these are the kind of things that I wanted to cover. Yeah. Uh, Let me know if there is any question. Yeah, feel free to ask me question. I'm really open. इन केस अगर कोई इंग्लिश में कंफर्टेबल नहीं है तो हिंदी में पूछो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. एब्सोल्युटली नो प्रॉब्लम.
सर इन ब्रीफ में अपॉर्चुनिटीज बता देते, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में अपॉर्चुनिटीज क्या इन ब्रीफ?
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में अपॉर्चुनिटीज,
यस सर.
मतलब किस टाइप के अपॉर्चुनिटी? मैं अभी तो बताया कि अगर तुमने अपना पॉइंटर लाइक किस टाइप के अपॉर्चुनिटीज, लाइक अपॉर्चुनिटीज इज इन जॉब और एज एन इंटर्नशिप?
सर जॉब में सर, अगर इंडस्ट्री में सर अगर बात करें तो, अगर हम
इंडस्ट्री में देखो, इंडस्ट्री में जॉब्स तो सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री में जॉब्स और बहुत सारे कंपनीज हैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स डोमेन में. बहुत सारी स्टार्टअप्स भी आ रही हैं, मिड साइज कंपनीज भी आ रही हैं. लाइक अपॉर्चुनिटीज बहुत है. इट इज जस्ट लाइक कि तुम्हें शोकेस करना है कि यू आर गुड इनफ टू गेट इनटू दिस इंडस्ट्री. इसीलिए मैं बता रहा हूँ, योर प्रोजेक्ट शुड शोकेस दैट, राइट? Your project should showcase that yes, I have done something in the semiconductor domain, so that is why I'm eligible to get into this and work in this area and excel in this area.
ओके सर.
हेलो सर.
Hello, hi.
सर एक क्वेश्चन है सर. सर सेमीकंडक्टर डिवाइस और सेमीकंडक्टर डोमेन में सर दोनों में डिफरेंस है क्या?
सेमीकंडक्टर डिवाइस तो कोई भी एक डिवाइस हो गया जिसमें कोई प्रोसेसर हो. मान लो कि फॉर एग्जांपल लैपटॉप ले लिया, लैपटॉप में एक प्रोसेसर है तो उसको तुम सेमीकंडक्टर डिवाइस मान लो. एक मोबाइल है, मोबाइल के अंदर एक प्रोसेसर होता है, वो भी सेमीकंडक्टर डिवाइस मान लो. डोमेन की जब मैं बात कर रहा हूँ तो उसमें सब आता है. डोमेन मतलब इट्स लाइक इंडस्ट्री प्रोफेशनल्स, कंपनीज, devices, everything. It's like complete thing, like complete ecosystem, like the full semiconductor or the full ecosystem of semiconductor. इसमें कंपनीज आते हैं, इसमें डिवाइसेस आते हैं, इंडस्ट्री प्रोफेशनल आते हैं, इसमें सब आता है। मैं उस डोमेन के बारे, उस पर्सपेक्टिव में बोल रहा हूँ।
सर
और
नेसेसरी सर कोडिंग करने के लिए सर सी और सी प्लस प्लस का सेमीकंडक्टर डोमेन में सर।
हाँ हाँ, सॉरी मैं क्वेश्चन समझा नहीं, कैन यू रिपीट?
सर जो सेमीकंडक्टर डोमेन है सर उसमें सर कोडिंग नेसेसरी है क्या सर?
यस यस यस, कोडिंग नेसेसरी है, क्योंकि तुम ये सोचो ना कि व्हाट डू यू एक्सपेक्ट, अगर तुम सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री में जाओगे देन व्हाट यू वुड डू। आइदर तुम्हें एक फिजिकल हार्डवेयर डिजाइन करना होगा, वो एक अलग बात है, लाइक फुल्ली हार्डवेयर, लाइक you are going to design or architect the processor, which is a very different field which needs a lot of expertise, right? But when it comes to the normal software industry or the semiconductor industry, semiconductor domain, when you get into any position or any division within that company, to some extent, or like I would say 60 to 70% तो coding करना ही है, like the kind of stuff that going around here, yeah, you have to code. So at least, इसलिए मैं बोला कि at least C language बहुत अच्छे से आना चाहिए, so that you don't feel overwhelmed when somebody gives you a task. C++ आया तो बहुत अच्छा है, which is a very good thing. सेमीकंडक्टर में एक और भी आता है कि फॉर एग्जांपल गूगल का एंड्रॉइड स्टैक भी आता है, तो उसमें जावा भी आता है। सो इफ यू आर लाइक गुड, लाइक इफ यू आर वेरी गुड इन जावा, then the company will put you in Android framework, then you will work in Java. और अगर किसी ऐसा टीम में हुआ कि ऑटोमेशन करना है, लाइक आई एम श्योर यू हैव हर्ड अबाउट कंटिन्यूअस इंटीग्रेशन एंड दिस ऑटोमेशन थिंग, राइट?
Ansible जैसे,
सॉरी,
just like Ansible.
Ansible, I am not aware of that. What is that?
ये मतलब जैसे कोई प्रोग्राम मुझे रन करना है, जैसे डॉकर हो गया।
अच्छा, जेनकिंस, डॉकर, वो
एंसिबल ऑटोमेशन में।
Okay, I think I got your point. Like kind of Jenkins, Docker, container, those kind of things.
Yes,
Yeah, basically I'm trying to say the same thing. Like automation, for example, अगर automation में गए तो उसमें स्क्रिप्ट लिखा जाता है। वो स्क्रिप्ट कैसे लिखा जाता है? पाइथन में। तो तुम्हें पाइथन का काम करना होगा। So what I'm trying to say is, even if you are not good at, like I'm not asking you to learn all languages. I'm asking you to learn the language which is like the fundamental language, the C language. अगर किसी और डोमेन में गए, या डोमेन का मेरा मतलब है किसी और टीम में गए जहाँ पे ऑटोमेशन का काम है, जहाँ पे पाइथन का काम है, या फिर एंड्रॉइड फ्रेमवर्क में गए जहाँ पे जावा का काम है, तो वहाँ उस लैंग्वेज को सीख के तुम्हें काम करना पड़ेगा।
Sir,
Start the semiconductor domain sir for the beginner.
Yeah, go on.
Yes sir, how I start the semiconductor domain for the beginner?
I explained you, right? First you have to focus on your on your theoretical part which you are studying right now. I think you don't need special preparation for that, but I have seen many candidates, I have seen many students lack the projects, right, as a pre-final year or final year or even second year, first year, right? If you want to get into this field, do some good semiconductor or electronics related projects. And yeah, so that's why I gave you as an example, like say the Raspberry Pi. There are a lot of projects, there are a lot of projects that are out there in open source for Raspberry Pi. And obviously the Linux kernel is already there in GitHub. If you want to contribute there, you feel free to do so. It's a great thing to do. So that's how you build your entire profile to get into the interview or to get into the company. Then resume. Your resume should be really good. Let me know if you need any resume format. I'll share one good format.
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes sir, I need.
Sure. I'll share it to Atul. Probably he will delegate that to all you folks.
Sure, sir.
Okay, great. Any questions?
Sir, one question is coming from Aman Kumar. Suppose I have picked some course in between the course, I start losing my interest and I start try to procrastinate it. How to consistent in any one of our specific field?
Or how to be, basically how to be consistent, like some
Sir,
like we all.
question, sir. Question is coming in the chat, sir.
Oh, okay, sorry, I didn't see, let me just check. Suppose I picked some course, but in between the course I started losing my interest. I started to try to procrastinate it. How do we consist? Okay, consistent. You mean to say how to be consistent in any field, right? Okay, so this is a bit like it's like a normal human thing, right? We all start something, and then after a point we start to lose our interest, right? And it happens with every one of us, like even with me also. Like if I'm doing the same thing, if I'm doing the same kind of project for like 4 5 months, then even I start to lose interest in it, even though the project is really interesting, right? So it happens with the best of us. But I would suggest you to make it a habit, right? Keep doing it. Like even if you don't want to do it for 5 10 minutes, then relax, or do something else, but don't leave entirely. So that's what I would suggest. Don't leave entirely. Do it in a minimal way, but still do it. Don't leave it entirely. And if, for example, if you and still it doesn't work for you, or maybe like you have lost interest completely, you don't want to get into this field, or be it any, if you don't want to do this project, then just what I would say, just instead of scrapping it, just upload it on GitHub, because at later point in time, maybe a year or so, if you want to again continue from that point on, you will still have the reference. You can still download your code from GitHub and then continue from there. Yeah, so that's what I would suggest you, like make it a habit. Don't leave it entirely. Like do a minimal work, and if still that doesn't work, then just choose another project or another field or another domain. Any other questions?
Divya, you were asking the question. हेलो,
यस सर।
क्वेश्चन तुम पूछ रहे
सर सर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक से मतलब रिलेटेड क्या प्रोजेक्ट कर सकते हैं हम लोग?
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक में काफी प्रोजेक्ट कर सकते हो। जैसे रास्पबेरी पाई में कोई प्रोजेक्ट ले लिया, ठीक है, इसमें काफी सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स चल रहे हैं। लाइक मैं कोई स्पेसिफिक प्रोजेक्ट का नाम नहीं बता सकता, क्योंकि मैंने शायद 4 या 5 साल पहले रास्पबेरी का प्रोजेक्ट किया होगा। लाइक कंपनी में आने के बाद मैंने रास्पबेरी पाई का कोई प्रोजेक्ट नहीं किए, और मैं तो कंपनी के काम में ही इतना बिजी रहता हूँ कि मैंने खुद के पेट प्रोजेक्ट्स बहुत कम हुए हैं। बट मैं ओपन सोर्स में कंट्रीब्यूट करता हूँ, लाइक स्टैक ओवरफ्लो पे, लेकिन वो दूसरे फील्ड में है, क्योंकि मेरा है कि मैं पूरा सारा दिन एप्लीकेशन प्रोसेसर पे काम करता हूँ। तो जस्ट टू गेट आउट ऑफ दैट वर्क जोन, आई वर्क ऑन वेब डेवलपमेंट व्हेन आई एम not in work, or after 9 to 5 I do web development or something else, but not application processor stuff. So that's what I do only during work hours. But the kind of projects you can do, I would recommend that you search on Google. Like there are a lot of projects happening. You can pick anything that interests you. It's not like there is a like thumb rule that you have to do only this kind of project, then only it will be beneficial or something like that. No, whatever interests you, do it.
Okay sir.
What is the role of creative in our career building? Creativity. Creativity. Creativity, it's a good thing. It's a very good thing, because if you have the creativity, or like a very good critical and analytical skills, right? then you can do a lot of innovation. Like if you can file a lot of patents, and the company would be beneficial, and if your profile will get stronger and stronger the moment you start filing patents, because that's how the creative mind does, right? So you can file patents, it will boost up your resume and boost up your profile for sure. How you used to work out of your syllabus? I didn't get this question. How you used to work out of, मतलब मैं समझा नहीं है.
सर एक्चुअली क्वेश्चन मीन इज हाउ वी वर्क आउट ऑफ सिलेबस, मतलब सिलेबस से एक्स्ट्रा हम कैसे कुछ कर सकते हैं.
सिलेबस में जो है तुम्हारा, ठीक है, सिलेबस में जो है वो ऑलरेडी तुम उसका पढ़ाई करते हो, तुम उसका एग्जाम देते हो, ठीक है, उसमें कुछ एक्स्ट्रा करने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि जो कंपनीज आएगी, क्योंकि एंट्री लेवल पे वही पूछेगी. एंट्री लेवल पे कोई तुमसे ये नहीं पूछेगा कि इंटेल i7 का आर्किटेक्चर मुझे बताओ, ठीक है. एंट्री लेवल पे कोई ये नहीं पूछेगा कि इंटेल i5 प्रोसेसर का बस लाइन कैसे वर्क करता है या कैश कैसे वर्क करता है, वो सब बताओ. तो तुम्हारे सब्जेक्ट, तो अगर एंट्री लेवल पोजीशन में जा रहे हो किसी कंपनी में कॉलेज के बाद, तो वो वही क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे थियोरेटिकली जो तुम ऑलरेडी पढ़े हुए हो, ठीक है, जो ऑलरेडी तुम्हारे फील्ड का है. अगर तुम कंप्यूटर साइंस बोलते हो तो शायद तुमको एक नॉर्मल कोडिंग का क्वेश्चन देंगे, एक या तो कोडिंग का क्वेश्चन देंगे. अगर तुम बोलते हो कि तुम इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और VLSI बैकग्राउंड से हो, तो तुमको उस हिसाब से तुम्हारे सब्जेक्ट रिलेटेड क्वेश्चंस वो पूछेंगे, राइट. लेकिन अगर तुम बोल रहे हो कि आउट ऑफ सिलेबस क्या करें, तो मैं यही बोलना चाहूंगा कि तुम्हारे प्रोजेक्ट्स, इसीलिए मैं बार बार यही एम्फेसिस कर रहा हूँ कि तुम्हारे प्रोजेक्ट्स बहुत मैटर करते हैं, ठीक है. अभी शायद काफी लोगों को ये लग रहा होगा कि यार प्रोजेक्ट्स अभी क्या करें, ठीक है, किसी तरह पास होने के लिए कर लेते हैं. लाइक आई नो, लाइक इवन मैंने भी ऐसा कभी किया है, ठीक है, अपने बीटेक के टाइम पे, कि समहाउ प्रोजेक्ट्स कर देते हैं, बाद में देखा जाएगा कि कितना अच्छा है कितना बुरा है. लेकिन जब टाइम चला जाता है, जब 5-6 साल चला जाता है ना, तो उसके बाद तुम टाइम में वापस जाके वो प्रोजेक्ट नहीं कर सकते. करेक्ट है ना? क्योंकि तब तुम बस रिग्रेट करोगे, काश मैंने प्रोजेक्ट अच्छे से किया होता. इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स बहुत अच्छे से सिलेक्ट करो, ठीक है, बहुत अच्छे से रिसर्च करो. उसमें रिसर्च करने में अपना ही एक मजा है, ठीक है. गूगल पे सारा इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है, तुम सिर्फ एक कीवर्ड डालो, प्रोजेक्ट्स ऑन सेमीकंडक्टर, भर भर के आर्टिकल्स आएंगे, भर भर के तुमको आइडियाज आएंगे. पिक वन विच इंटरेस्ट यू एंड डू इट. इट्स अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग. अगर तुम्हारे प्रोजेक्ट्स बहुत तगड़े रहे तो तुम्हारे एंट्री लेवल पोजीशन के लिए रास्ता क्लियर होगा, और बाद में भी जब तुम मान लो कि 6-7 साल इंडस्ट्री में रह लिए, उसके बाद तुम नेक्स्ट कोई स्विच करना चाहते हो या फिर मूव ऑन करना चाहते हो किसी और फील्ड में, तो तुम्हारे प्रोजेक्ट्स भी बहुत मैटर करेंगे. करेक्ट है? इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि एज अ कॉलेज स्टूडेंट प्रोजेक्ट्स पे बहुत ध्यान दो. लाइक डू नॉट लाइक लीव इट बिहाइंड. और क्या होता है ना, कभी कभार की ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं, तो ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट्स में I know, because the kind of stuff even we did back in college back in 2012, like group projects में क्या होता है कि कोई एक बंदा सिलेक्ट करता है, बाकी 3 ऐसे ही कुछ ना कुछ करके चला देते हैं, और they all get good grades and they're all happy. बट ऐसे मत करना कभी. लाइक अगर प्रोजेक्ट्स करना है तो इंडिविजुअल करना, ठीक है. अगर ग्रुप में भी कर रहे हो तो भी मेक श्योर करना है कि ग्रुप के जितने भी मेंबर हैं सबका कंट्रीब्यूशन इक्वल हो, और सबको पता हो प्रोजेक्ट्स का, सबके पास एक विजन हो, एक क्रिएटिव माइंड हो, और क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग हो, और बहुत पैशनेट हो इस प्रोजेक्ट को करने के लिए. अदरवाइज कोई पॉइंट नहीं बनता. ग्रुप में क्यों कोई बंदा किसी को रहना है अगर उसमें इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं है? तो इस पे बहुत ध्यान देना. अगर ग्रुप प्रोजेक्ट भी हो तो भी इंडिविजुअल कंट्रीब्यूशन बहुत अच्छे से करना. और एक और चीज है कि जब ये सारा कुछ हो जाए, तो तुम्हारे जो जिस डोमेन में तुमको जाना है, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर तुम्हें IoT में जाना है, कोई स्पेसिफिक कंपनी है, लेट्स से तुमको NVIDIA में बहुत इंटरेस्ट है, तो तुम सर्च कर रहे हो लिंक्डइन पे, कोई एक बंदा मिला जिससे तुम बात करना चाहते हो, जिससे तुम पूछना चाहते हो कि हे हाउ दिस थिंग वर्क इन योर कंपनी, और आई एम रियली इंटरेस्टेड टू गेट इनटू एनवीडिया, ये हाउ डू आई प्रिपेयर, व्हाट शुड आई प्रिपेयर, दिस इज माय रेज्यूमे, these are the projects that I've done, can you please recommend me or can you please refer me in your company. अगर तुमने जब उस बंदे को तुमने अप्रोच किया, वो एक बंदा एक स्ट्रेंज बंदा होगा, ऑब्वियसली एक स्ट्रेंजर होगा, जब तुम शोकेस करोगे कि डूड मैंने अपना प्रोजेक्ट ये प्रोजेक्ट किया है जो बहुत अच्छा है, मैंने रेज्यूमे बहुत अच्छा बनाया है, मेरे पॉइंटर्स भी काफी ठीक ठाक हैं, तो ऑब्वियसली वो खुश होगा और वो तुम्हें रेफर करेगा अपने कंपनी में, बिकॉज यू आर द काइंड ऑफ पर्सन ही इज विलिंग टू वर्क विथ, राइट. So that will give a separate, like all different impact. Oh, by the way, when it comes to the pointer, you don't have to score 9.5 and above. Like when I joined Qualcomm, I didn't have like even 8. I think I had 7.87, but I had solid projects, by the way. But I'm not saying don't like ignore your pointers and stuff. Like pointers पे ध्यान दो, but projects भी important है.
सर पॉइंटर का मतलब क्या है सर? ये बार बार पॉइंटर वर्ड आप जो यूज कर रहे हैं.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pointer means your CGPA, your CGPA, your percentage. I don't know what you guys call it.
तो सीजीपीए जानते थे सर, पॉइंटर शब्द पहली बार सुना.
Okay. I mean to say your CGPA or GPA, whatever. So you call it CGPA, GPA or something else?
सीजीपीए सर.
CGPA.
यस सर.
Yes. So when I say pointer, I mean your CGPA. Sorry, I didn't know, but this is it's a slang or it's a term that I use a lot. Yeah. Any other questions?
सर एक क्वेश्चन जो आपसे सर डिस्कस हुई थी सर, जैसे आपने बोला कि इतने सारे हार्डवेयर पे वर्क करने, और सर प्रॉब्लम ये है कि सर हमारे कॉलेज में वैसे लैब्स नहीं है, और तो फिर क्या सर ऐसा कोई सॉफ्टवेयर है जिसपे वर्क करके हम ये सब सीख सकते हैं?
Of course, Raspberry Pi इसीलिए तो open source है. Raspberry Pi, I think it's not pricey at all. I think I know as a
5,000.
college student.
5,000 सर.
Sorry?
5,000.
Yeah,
15,000.
five to 15,000 somewhere around it. So I think that you have to do, if nothing is available, then you have to rely on like whatever is available in the market in the least amount, right? And when it comes to the, अगर डिवाइस पे काम करना है तो वो, अगर तुम्हें सच में GitHub पे, लिनक्स कर्नल पे या डिवाइस ड्राइवर पे काम करना है, तो तुम डायरेक्टली ओपन सोर्स में कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हो. उसमें तो कोई भी पैसा नहीं लगता, वो भी कर सकते हो. सो इट्स नॉट लाइक लैब कोई जरूरी है, ठीक है. लैब नहीं होना काफी एक नॉर्मल सिनेरियो है यहाँ के सिचुएशन में, और it is not just your college, it's like in everywhere. It's not like even for IITs or NITs, it's not like they have some kind of super computer available. Like I know in a couple of NITs and IITs the things are really good, but I'm saying in the majority of colleges, be it second tier or third tier colleges, even my BTech college, nothing was there. It's all okay. Like find a way that will like help you. That's the only possible thing I can say. And any one of you, like तुम में से कोई गेट का प्रिपरेशन कर रहा है क्या? Like any one of you, like all of you wanted to get into semiconductor, like some of you want to first do your MTech from Premium Institute and then get into semiconductor. What's the scene?
Sir, GATE. Preparation for GATE.
Oh, cool. That is one way, because my BTech college also was not that great. I had to take GATE exam, then I had to do MTech, and then I got into Qualcomm. So GATE is also a great way to get into Premium Institute, but don't do MTech from any institute other than top NIT and IIT. Because I don't see any point or any benefit of doing MTech also from any second tier or 3 tier college? Uh, yeah, but let me know your viewpoint. I might be, because I didn't see any point if somebody does his MTech from XYZ college, which is not, like, even if that college's placement is not that great, or if the college is the resources in that college is also not great, then I don't see any point in doing MTech there. Try to target for IITs and top NITs if you're going for GATE.
Sir,
Any other?
yes, sir. One
Yeah,
question come in chat, sir.
this is a GATE exam without coaching. Okay, so resources. See, I did my coaching. See, uh, it's a very tricky question for me because I took coaching. So I am not sure if you don't want to take coaching, then of course, if for example, if you want to do if you want to crack GATE and you don't want to take coaching, then what you can do is okay, yeah. One thing I want to emphasize is, if you don't want to take coaching, then whichever institute attracts you, or whichever institute, for example, let's see if it is IES Made Easy, or Made Easy, or ACE, right? These are the coaching, or I think Gate Forum is also there. So these are the coaching institutes. Pick one which provides the best offline materials, like in terms of books, test papers, their sample test papers, right? Pick that one and practice a lot. One thing I understood during my GATE coaching is the amount of test questions, the amount of questions you solve will directly impact your final GATE exam. I mean to say, prepare, or like, go through your study materials, go through your theoretical part, but it's not, you should not think like, okay, first I will finish the entire book and then I will do the entire test series. Don't do that. It's like the first mistake you will ever do. Don't ever do that. Every day you should prepare theoretical part, and whatever theoretical, basically, for let's say you completed 5 or 6 chapters and you purchased offline study materials and test papers from some institute, and they cover chapter by chapter test series or test questions, right? So whatever chapters you covered, theoretical part you covered, do all these questions from your test booklet, and do it throughout the year for all subjects, for everything. The kind of questions you solve will directly impact your GATE GATE final exam. So prepare and take lot of tests. I think when it comes to the coaching part, right? Sorry. Okay, I'll just put one point. When it comes to the coaching part, right? I have seen Gate Forum also. I have seen Made Easy also. I have seen Ace Academy also. And if you are from computer science, are all of you guys from computer science or from electronics? By the way,
Electronics
Sir,
or
electrical.
article. Sorry,
electrical.
electrical. Okay. In that case, I think you have to pick between. You should pick between Ace Academy or Made Easy. Between these two, I think one of them is computer science. If you are come from computer science, hands down, Ace. Ace Academy is the best. I did 1 year coaching from there. So it's a very, very good.
Sir, one
Yeah.
question.
Sure. Go ahead.
सर जब आप बीटेक किए तो पूरा 4 साल कंप्लीट करने के बाद कोचिंग किए या फिर 4 साल के कोर्स में किए थे?
नहीं, मैंने 4 साल के बाद, लाइक आई वाज देयर लाइक फॉर प्लेसमेंट. मुझे प्लेसमेंट भी मिला था, बट द पैकेज, द काइंड ऑफ वर्क दे वर offering was not that great. तो उसके बाद मुझे डिसाइड किया कि आई हैव टू टेक कोचिंग एंड देन आई हैव टू डू एमटेक. उसके बाद मैंने 1 साल का गेट का कोचिंग लिया था और फिर मैंने गेट लिया था. बट इन द मीन टाइम एक और प्रपोजल आया था कि एमसीक्यू स्टेट, मेरा एक स्टार्टअप था जिसमें हम और 1-2 फ्रेंड्स हम लोग और काम कर रहे थे, तो उस दौरान आया था और हमने उस पर काम किया था 1 साल, क्योंकि गेट का जो स्कोर होता है वो आई थिंक 2 साल के लिए वैलिड होता है. यस उस
सर
साल.
अभी
और
3 ईयर हो गया सर.
3 ईयर हो गया. ओह नाइस. तो 2 साल के लिए तब वैलिड होता था. तो मैंने ये डिसाइड किया कि आई विल ड्रॉप 1 more year and then I'll work on my startup and then I'll join MTech. So that's what I did. I joined MTech on 2014. How much time at least I give to GATE exam preparation? Dude, it depends on person to person. I know one guy, my friend, who prepared GATE and cracked GATE and got into IIT Kharagpur within 4 months. I did for 1 year, 1 whole year. So it depends on you. It really depends. And somebody like many folks, they start from second year also. So sometimes they take 3 years. So it really depends on you. Like कितना साल और कितने महीने या कितना साल तुमको चाहिए. But on a standard way 1 साल enough होता है. On a standard basis में 1 साल enough होता है to cover. Like तुम already वो सब्जेक्ट, थियोरेटिकल सब्जेक्ट पढ़ चुके होते हो, तुम्हें थोड़ा और डीपली पढ़ना होता है. तो 1 साल तो काफी लाइक एनफ होता है. 1 साल इज मोर देन एनफ टू प्रिपेयर एंड प्रैक्टिस एंड लाइक लॉट ऑफ प्रैक्टिस.
सर एक फनी क्वेश्चन आई हुई है सर, हाउ यू स्टडी फॉर गेट इन योर लास्ट ईयर?
In my last year, I didn't prepare for GATE during my 4th year, by the way. If that's the question. ये क्वेश्चन है क्या कि 4th year में कैसे प्रिपेयर?
Yes, sir.
नहीं, मैंने गेट का प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट ही किया मेरे कॉलेज एंड होने के बाद. लाइक मैंने कॉलेज अपने गेट का प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट ही किया कॉलेज एंड होने के बाद. So it's not like I prepared GATE for during any of my 4 years.
सर गेट से तो सर जैसे कि इलेक्ट्रिकल या फिर ये सब के लिए डायरेक्ट प्लेसमेंट भी हो सकता है ना सर?
हाँ. अगर तुम्हारा पीएससी
मतलब सर एक मिनट सर कॉलेज सर जैसे कि उतना अगर अच्छा नहीं है सर, तो ये मतलब ज्यादा मायने रखता है मेरे लिए कि हम पहले कोई आईआईटी से अपना एमटेक करें या फिर डायरेक्ट हम प्लेसमेंट भी ले सकते हैं
गेट के थ्रू.
यस सर.
हाँ, अगर
गेट के थ्रू
डिपेंड करता है कि तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट क्या है. अगर तुम्हारा फॉर एग्जांपल अगर तुम्हारा इंटरेस्ट है कि मुझे आईओसीएल में जाना है, एमटेक होने के बाद भी मुझे आईओसीएल में इंटरेस्ट है और मुझे गेट के स्कोर से ही आईओसीएल मिल रहा है, तो मैं अभी जाऊंगा ना, मैं बाद में क्यों जाऊंगा 2 साल बाद? लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल मैं समझ रहा हूँ मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि तुम एमटेक करने के बाद भी अगर तुमको आईओसीएल मिला और दूसरी कोई कंपनी मिली तो तुम आईओसीएल में जाओगे और गेट के स्कोर से ही तुमको आईओसीएल मिल रहा है, तो बेटर यू गो इनटू आईओसीएल बेस्ड ऑन योर गेट स्कोर. और इसमें गेट स्कोर से काफी सारी कंपनीज ओपन हो, एनटीपीसी, एनएचपीसी, ओएनजीसी, इसरो, डीआरडीओ, आई थिंक समबडी मेंशन्ड. लेकिन उसमें स्कोर बहुत अच्छा आना चाहिए. आई थिंक लेस देन 100, योर रैंक शुड बी बिलो 100 और 80.
yes, वो तो पता है सर.
या Any other questions? How to get into ISRO, DRDO through GATE? Simple thing. Like, I don't know whether they direct take candidates via GATE exam. I'm not very sure. Let me know if that's the case right now.
सर इसरो और डीआरडीओ का एग्जाम होता है सर, अलग से होता है.
हाँ, तो लेकिन ये श्योर है कि इसरो डीआरडीओ में जो एग्जाम्स वो लोग कंडक्ट कराते हैं, ठीक है, अगर तुम ऑलरेडी गेट का प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो या कर चुके हो तो उसके क्वेश्चंस तुम्हारे लिए बहुत इजी होंगे, क्योंकि वो वही क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. इट्स लाइक सेम थिंग, क्योंकि उनके सिलेबस भी नियर अबाउट सेम होते हैं. जब वो अपना रिक्रूटमेंट का वो एडवर्टाइज करते हैं और जब वो पोजीशन ओपन करते हैं और जो सिलेबस वो प्रोवाइड करते हैं, उनको वो सिलेबस और गेट का सिलेबस ऑलमोस्ट आइडेंटिकल होता है। और अगर तुम गेट का प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हो या कर चुके हो, तो वो एग्जाम क्लियर करना तुम्हारे लिए इट विल बी लाइक अ पीस ऑफ केक। Is that answer your question? By the way, I am not sure whether this answer your questions or not. Any other questions? Okay, I think अगर कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है तो सेशन क्लोज कर सकते हैं। If there are questions, then I'm happy to respond.
Thank you, sir.
सर एक क्वेश्चन
Is there something that terrified you in your college life and you think it should not be repeated? It's a good question. Because क्या है कि जब मैं कॉलेज में था और जब मुझे पहला जॉब ऑफर हुआ था, बहुत ही बुरा था। मैं कंपनी का नाम नहीं लूंगा, but it's a mass recruitment company. Like they take like 200-300 folks from every college. तो मुझे बहुत डर लगा था क्योंकि वो भीड़ था। Like I know, मुझे एक इंट्यूशन आ गया था कि this should not be the case. Like ऐसा जॉब तो नहीं होना चाहिए। Like the kind of recruitment process they conducted and the kind of job they are offering, the kind of salary they are offering, it's not good. तो वो मुझे बहुत डर लगा था, and that is the reason मैंने सब छोड़ के उसके बाद गेट का प्रिपरेशन किया था। क्योंकि गेट का प्रिपरेशन किया था क्योंकि गेट का टाइम ही जा चुका था। तो एनीवे कुछ तो करना था क्योंकि नेक्स्ट ईयर गेट से पहले, तो लेट्स डू अ प्रिपरेशन थ्रू आउट द ईयर। और एक और था कि प्रोजेक्ट्स, क्योंकि प्रोजेक्ट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं। क्योंकि मेरे बीटेक का एक प्रोजेक्ट जो बहुत अच्छा नहीं था, आई विश आई कुड टर्न बैक टाइम एंड रीडू दैट प्रोजेक्ट, but now it's not possible and now it's not necessary also. But you are still in college, so that's why I've been saying throughout this session that focus on your project, because after 5 years you'll regret this thing if you don't like truly indulge in your project or like if you do your project just to get it done. Just do your project in a sincere way. What is the best thing you had to learn in your college life apart from studies? Everything. Apart from studies, everything looked good. The kind of friendship we had in the hostel, starting from outing, everything. Like you experience everything in college life. Like you experience love, heartbreaks, breakups, everything. Apart from studies, everything looks fascinating, dude. I think it's the same question. No. Anything else? Yeah.
सर ये डिसाइड कैसे करेंगे कि ये प्रोजेक्ट सर बेटर है या थी प्रोजेक्ट का सर लेवल तो हमको पता नहीं चलेगा कि प्रोजेक्ट, तो ये सर डिसाइड कैसे करेंगे हम जो प्रोजेक्ट कर रहे हैं वो प्रोजेक्ट अभी के सिनेरियो में बेटर है कि नहीं?
नहीं, कभी ये मत सोचो कि अभी के सिनेरियो में बेटर है या नहीं। अगर तुम्हें ये वैलिडेट करना है कि ये प्रोजेक्ट सही है या नहीं, ठीक है, तो बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्री प्रोफेशनल, जैसे तुम अगर किसी अपने सीनियर से बात करते हो जो मान लो 2-3 साल से वो इंडस्ट्री में है, या अपने कोई सीनियर जो इसी प्रोजेक्ट में कोई काम कर चुके हैं या कर रहे हैं, तुम उन्हें वो बता सकते हो कि हे डूड, आई एम वर्किंग ऑन दिस प्रोजेक्ट और आई एम प्लानिंग टू वर्क ऑन दिस प्रोजेक्ट. Is this a good project to pick it up if I want to get into this field, right? And discuss among your friends also that I'm trying to pick this project. Hey, can you please let me know? तो अपने आप से तुम्हें खुद ऑब्वियसली पता नहीं चलेगा कि प्रोजेक्ट अच्छा है नहीं है. तुम्हें ऑब्वियसली किसी से पूछना है, या फिर अगर ये सब नहीं करना है तो You can search on Google. You can like the kind of project you are doing, just copy and paste that project title on Google, and you will find all the work that is going on, right? If you put anything on Google, it will list out all the things related to that particular search, right? And you will get to know the different article, the companies or the tech publishers, or like tech news publishers, right? You can read that news and see how relevant is your project is. न्यूज काफी सारे न्यूज आर्टिकल्स, जैसे टेक क्रंच हो गया, जैसे लाइक काफी सारे कंपनीज अपने अपने ब्लॉग्स आर्टिकल्स लिखती रहती हैं, स्ट्रीम्स करती रहती हैं, उनका कोलैबोरेशन होता है डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्री एक्सपर्ट से। तो तुम्हें अगर तुम अपना प्रोजेक्ट गूगल में भी सर्च करोगे तो फर्स्ट 10-20 में तुमको पता चल जाएगा कि वेयर एग्जैक्टली योर प्रोजेक्ट स्टैंड्स, लाइक हाउ, लाइक कितना बात चल रहा है तुम्हारे प्रोजेक्ट को लेकर, या इस फील्ड को लेकर, या उस पर्टिकुलर फीचर को लेकर।
Okay, sir.
Is Red Hat microservices certification worth? Certification, yes, I would say certification worth है, but it should interest you. Like don't do this certification just to get into any position or any company. Do any certification or do any course only if you are really interested in it. अगर इंटरेस्ट नहीं है तो कोई सर्टिफिकेशन को कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, बिकॉज अगर तुमने सर्टिफिकेशन ले भी लिया और कंपनी में जॉब ज्वाइन कर भी लिया, स्टिल यू विल फेल इन दैट जॉब, देन व्हाट्स द पॉइंट? You got into that industry, that's congratulations, you got everything, but after that you will be stuck. Like there will be no progress, and you will blame yourself at the end that why I did this and why, because you didn't have the interest. But yes, if you are really interested in one field and if you want to do a certification in that field or in that domain, then do it. Then it will be worth if you want to get into this field. Is that I think Rohan is the one.
Rohan,
asked.
hello. Software related, sir.
Okay, software related, so means automation. It's a good field. It's a nice thing to have, but it's not a very sought after job in the industry because it's a automation, right? There will be not a lot to do in this particular automation. All you have to do is, or all you really will do is, you will write an automation script, and the script will do its job, and you get back the result, and that is it. And you will pass on that result to some developer. Unless and until you are into like whatever automation field you are in right now, if you are working in the automation software itself, then probably it's a good thing that you want to actually build the automation software, not just use the automation software to get the job done. Best projects on electronics field. See, if you just copy the last 4 words, right? Just the projects on electronics field on Google, right? You'll get plenty of results, and pick one whichever suits you or whichever you find interesting. So there is no like thumb rule as the best project. No one can say that this is the best project. Everyone does a project based on their own interest. But thanks, Anjali, for asking that. Thanks everyone who asked all these questions.
Thank you so
इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स से रिलेटेड एक प्रोजेक्ट हम सेलेक्ट करते हैं, उस पे काम करने लगते हैं, उसके बाद से प्रोजेक्ट को एकदम बेस्ट कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद उसके साथ साथ गेट का भी प्रिपरेशन करते हैं। तो गेट में मार्क्स अच्छा आया तो मतलब हम उस प्रोजेक्ट पे मतलब हमको ऑफर मिल सकता है।
हाँ क्यों नहीं, लाइक
गेट में
प्रोजेक्ट
मतलब उतना कोई खास मार्क्स नहीं है।
नहीं। अच्छा, क्वेश्चन आई थिंक तुम्हारा ये है कि गेट का प्रिपरेशन और ये प्रोजेक्ट एक साथ चल रहा है, गेट में स्कोर आ गया अच्छा, और प्रोजेक्ट का क्या करें, ये क्वेश्चन है।
यस सर।
देखो, प्रोजेक्ट्स अगर तुमने अच्छे किए ना तो वो हमेशा तुम्हारे रिज्यूमे में रहेगा, ठीक है, वो हमेशा रिज्यूमे में रहेगा। if you might not get benefit out of it immediately, but in the long run it will definitely have a long term benefit for you. I'm pretty sure about it, and
सर
that's
सर प्लीज लेट मी एक्सप्लेन अबाउट प्रोजेक्ट इन डिटेल्स।
projects in
प्रोजेक्ट
detail.
एक बार और प्रोजेक्ट को बता। यस सर।
Oh, sorry,
सर
which
प्रोजेक्ट्स अगर एक
Mhm.
मतलब एक प्रोजेक्ट हम लेते हैं, प्रोजेक्ट पे काम करते हैं, तो प्रोजेक्ट को मतलब उससे क्या बेनिफिट होगा प्रोजेक्ट करने से, प्रोजेक्ट पे वर्क करने से?
काफी
वो तो
चीजें होंगी।
रिज्यूमे में ऐड होगा, उससे
हाँ, क्योंकि
एक्सपीरियंस भी होगा।
करेक्ट करेक्ट एग्जैक्टली
उसके बाद और क्या चीज हो सकता है?
एग्जैक्टली तुमने जो जो चीज बताया वही एक रिक्रूटर को और वही एक इंटरव्यूअर को चाहिए होता है, वही एक कंपनी को चाहिए होता है। नॉलेज एंड एक्सपर्टीज एंड पैशन जो तुम शोकेस कर रही हो अपने प्रोजेक्ट से। अगर तुम अपने इस प्रोजेक्ट को अपने रिज्यूमे में ऐड किया, या इस प्रोजेक्ट को लेके किसी एक स्ट्रेंजर जो बंदा है, जो एक लेट्स से वो कॉलकॉम में काम करता है, ठीक है, तुमने उसको भेजा कि मैंने ये प्रोजेक्ट किया है, आई एम रियली पैशनेट अबाउट गेटिंग इनटू कॉलकॉम एंड वर्क इन द सेमीकंडक्टर डोमेन, एंड आई हैव डन दिस प्रोजेक्ट, कैन यू प्लीज, और एंड दिस इज माय रिज्यूमे, कैन यू प्लीज रेफर मी इन योर कंपनी। तो वो बंदा जब तुम्हारे प्रोजेक्ट को देखेगा तो ही और शी विल बी रियली इम्प्रेस्ड कि तुमने सच में अपना पैशन दिखाया उसमें, तुम्हारे पास एडिक्वेट नॉलेज है, स्किल है एक्सेल होने के लिए इस कंपनी में, देन ऑब्वियसली ही और शी विल हायर, आई मीन टू रेफर यू। प्रोजेक्ट्स का अहमियत बहुत ज्यादा होता है।
सर इसकी इम्पोर्टेंस इसी से पता चल रही है कि आपने पूरे सेशन में सिर्फ प्रोजेक्ट ही एक वर्ड है जिस वर्ड पे आप बहुत ज्यादा फोकस किया है।
मैंने इस सच में प्रोजेक्ट्स, क्योंकि मैं काफी सारे कैंडिडेट्स के रिज्यूमेस देखता हूँ ना, तो उनके पॉइंटर्स बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं, 9.5 होता है, 9.0 होता है, प्रोजेक्ट्स बकवास होते हैं या फिर नहीं होते हैं। लाइक सिर्फ उन्होंने पूरा 4 साल सिर्फ रटा है, रट के एग्जाम दिया है, पॉइंटर्स लाए हैं, दैट्स इट।
सिर्फ सेमेस्टर
उससे
एग्जाम
एक
पास किया है सर।
सिर्फ एक सेमेस्टर का एग्जाम देना ही क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग को शोकेस नहीं करता। अगर तुम्हारे प्रोजेक्ट्स अच्छे हैं, क्योंकि मैं प्रोजेक्ट्स के बारे में इसीलिए बात कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि तुम लोग अभी भी कॉलेज में हो, ठीक है, नहीं तो मैं ये बोलता कि तुम्हारे लाइक तुम अगर इंडस्ट्री प्रोफेशनल्स होते तो मैं ये बोलता कि आउट ऑफ वर्क तुमने क्या किया है, लेकिन वो अभी रेलिवेंट नहीं है। अभी तुम कॉलेज में हो तो जो थियोरेटिकल पार्ट है तो वो ऑलरेडी तुम कर रहे हो, ठीक है, और पॉइंटर और जो सीजीपी है वो तुम्हारा आ ही जाएगा, कम ज्यादा सबका आ ही जाता है। लेकिन प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो मतलब सबका अलग अलग होता है, ठीक है, वो डिफरेंशिएटिंग फैक्टर होता है जब कोई भी रिक्रूटर या इंटरव्यूअर तुम्हारे रिज्यूमे को देखता है।
Sir, hello, sir.
हाय, हेलो।
Sir, can you tell the platform to start the first project?
Tell platform. GitHub. It's the
Yeah.
best if you want to get into start with any project. GitHub is the best platform. Like hands down, there's no other great platform than GitHub.
First project, sir, GitHub पे करना है क्या, sir?
वो तुम पे डिपेंड करता है, लाइक कि इफ यू वांट, अगर ऐसा नहीं है कि ये कोई थंब रूल है कि तुमको पहला प्रोजेक्ट हो या कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट हो वो गिटहब पे ही करना है, वरना वो रेलिवेंट नहीं रहेगा। अगर तुम्हें कोई डिवाइस, अगर अपने यूएसबी के लिए कोई डिवाइस ड्राइवर लिखना है, अगर रास्पबेरी पाई के यूएसबी ड्राइवर के लिए कोई डिवाइस ड्राइवर, कैरेक्टर ड्राइवर, ब्लॉक ड्राइवर लिखना है, या फिर कुछ भी करना है, ठीक है, तो वो तुम अपना पेट प्रोजेक्ट कर सकते हो, और फिर उसका सोर्स कोड हो गया, उसका सारा इंफॉर्मेशन डिटेल्ड जो स्पेसिफिकेशन हो गया, वो तुम एक पीडीएफ फाइल में लिख के या नोटपैड में लिख के उसको पीडीएफ में कन्वर्ट करके उसको गिटहब में डाल सकते हो, सो दैट
Yes, sir. Yes.
तुमने ये किया तो कोई और डेवलपर है वो तुम्हारे काम को एक्सटेंड करेगा, वो तुम्हारे काम को क्लोन करेगा, वो तुम्हारे काम में शायद बग्स ढूंढेगा या फिर स्टार देगा, तो उस पे काफी लाइक द पॉसिबिलिटीज आर एंडलेस. You are getting my point, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, any other question? Hello.
Hello. Okay, I think one more question is that our project can also help to solve the real world problems, benefit a project. Okay. Yes, of course. If you can pick any real world problem and try to solve it, then of course it can solve. Like for example, अगर like तुम एक real world कोई problem ले लो कि जब मैं कोई अपना मोबाइल अपने लैपटॉप के साथ कनेक्ट करता हूँ तो उसमें कोई फिर लाइक कोई इनकम्पैटिबिलिटी होता है, ठीक है, और ठीक है रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम को फिक्स कर रहा है, तो ये प्रोजेक्ट्स के बेनिफिट ही है. ये जो प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम बेनिफिट क्या है रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स का, ठीक है. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम वर्ल्ड क्राइसिस सॉल्व कर दोगे इस प्रोजेक्ट से, ठीक है. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट, बट यू कैन पिक अ स्मॉल प्रॉब्लम एंड यू कैन सॉल्व इट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर तुम्हें रास्पबेरी, अगर तुम्हारे डिवाइस में कोई इश्यू है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल रास्पबेरी पाई का तुमने कुछ एक रास्पबेरी पाई उठाया और जब तुम एक ओएस उसमें एक ओएस तुमने इंस्टॉल किया, अपना कस्टम ओएस इंस्टॉल किया और उसमें तुम्हें कुछ बग लग रहा है, या फिर नॉर्मल ओएस जो तुमने फैक्ट्री ओएस है फैक्ट्री ओएस डाला और उसमें कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, ठीक है, और वो प्रॉब्लम नोन प्रॉब्लम है जो कि ऑलरेडी गिटहब के पेज पे या कम्युनिटी पेज पे ऑलरेडी किसी ने बताया है कि इस ओएस के वर्जन में ये प्रॉब्लम है, एंड देन यू ट्राई टू फाइंड आउट दैट प्रॉब्लम, यू सॉल्व दैट प्रॉब्लम. This is also a good thing to do. Then you can post your solution on GitHub. Then you can do a community post, and then people start talking about it and see how your approach will solve this problem. There are a lot of possibilities are out there. But it should not. But wait a second. But ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम्हारा प्रोजेक्ट जो तुम लोगे वो ऐसा देख के लोगे कि ये रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करना ही करना है, नहीं तो ये प्रोजेक्ट मैं नहीं लूंगा, ऐसा नहीं है. अगर ये कोई एग्जिस्टिंग प्रॉब्लम भी सॉल्व करता है एंड यू वांट टू एक्सटेंड, तुम कुछ ऐड करना चाहते हो तो भी कर सकते हो. इट्स नॉट लाइक कोई फीचर भी उसमें डाल सकते हो, कोई एक्स्ट्रा ऐड कर सकते हो कुछ चीज, या फिर कुछ एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोजेक्ट ऑलरेडी है तुम उसको रेप्लिकेट करना चाहते हो, जो ऑलरेडी है प्रोजेक्ट किसी ने किया हुआ है, you just want to learn from it. You can also replicate it, you can clone it, you can redo the project. और जब तुम वो करने लगोगे तो तुम्हें ऑटोमेटिकली आइडियाज आते जाएंगे कि कैसे इसको एक्सटेंड करना है. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So that's how you can pick your project and work on it.
Sir, one more question come in the chat, sir.
How to get into big companies like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, etc. I'm not from good college background. Okay, so this is one good question. Okay, there are a lot of things that goes on into these companies. The top when you talk about this Microsoft, Google, Facebook, and all these companies, there are various things. You have to showcase that you are very good at what you do, be it anything. Let's say if you are working on a small feature or a set of features, basically you have to showcase that you are very good at it. Be it competitive programming, be it domain specific knowledge. Like अगर तुम top tier college से नहीं हो, then it will be bit difficult at the initial stage to get into these companies, unless you are very good at competitive programming. अगर तुमने गूगल कोड जैम में गूगल कोड जैम जीता है, you are a ग्रैंड मास्टर in code forces, you are 6-star plus in code chef and stuff like that, then the recruiters in these companies, they will see your profile and then they will shortlist you for interviews. And if that is not the case, if you are really good at in your domain, and I'm not talking about theoretical part, I'm talking about if you have done some project or some feature development or some product development, and it's really good and it really attracts their attention, then of course they will call you for interviews. Off-campus placement and how can we go for it? Off-campus placement is bit tricky. I would say it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky if you are not from that great top NITs, IITs, NITs. Then it's a bit difficult in the initial stage, unless I told you, like you grab recruiters' attention. Then how to gain attention? Either be very good at competitive programming, showcase in different forums, Google Code Jam, Code Chef, Code Forces. There are a lot of forums are there. Or if not, be very good at in your projects. You have done multiple projects, like your community contribution is really great. The recruiter really wants to like the company really want. I mean to say, you should definitely be in that company based on your experience or the kind of projects and the products or features you have done. Then definitely the recruiter or the interviewer will contact you. Is making clones of popular websites and apps a good idea for projects? No, it doesn't make much sense. If you want to learn stuff while copying this, then it's a good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If you want to just to learn how to build this thing just to by replicating it, just to learn things, then it's a good thing. But if you are just copying it and putting it in your resume saying that, hey, this is what I have done, then it's a bad idea. How to get into FAANG companies? Same thing that I explained earlier, how to get into Google, Microsoft, Amazon. I don't know why Netflix is in the place. FAANG, Netflix is also there. Okay, I don't consider Netflix as a FAANG company, by the way. Pardon me if somebody gets offended. Any other questions?
No question. Hello.
Hello, hi.
Komal?
To thank all participants who has attended this complete session and make this session successfully.
Do a session, so it takes a lot, I know. So that's why, like, congratulations everyone who conducted, participated, and indulged in this interactive session. It was a great, and yeah, as I said earlier, I wish you guys all the very best.
Yes, sir. I thanks to LinkedIn for all these achievements, because all these are possible due to LinkedIn.
Yes, of course,
Yes,
of
sir.
course.
LinkedIn is that platform which provide us opportunity to interact with you professionals.
Yeah. So definitely, like LinkedIn is like it's a global platform. Like you type something on the search, like you can connect with anybody around the globe, like-minded people, like-minded professionals, industry experts. Like it's a great place to do the networking part. It's a great place. Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
sir. Like my interest is web developer. Many time I just search web developer and out I got a number of web developer lists.
Yeah, definitely. I think as a web developer, like you should contribute more on Stack Overflow. Like there's a lot of things. I think you will be good at PHP, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Currently PHP, but now shifting toward Node.js and React.
Yeah, I used to contribute on PHP and stuff. So that was really interesting for me.
Yes, sir. I take many help from Stack Overflow.
Yeah, it's a great platform. It's also a
Yes, sir.
great platform.
You can say that Stack Overflow is friend of mine. Whatever I learned, 50% of its credit goes to Stack Overflow.
Yeah, it's a great platform. The code snippet, the kind of answers
Yes,
the
sir.
folks write
Whatever
there, it's a
problem I
great.
face in any project, I got its solution on Stack Overflow.
Yeah, it's a great solutions. I agree. I agree. Correct. Correct. Okay, I think we can end the
Just
session
three,
now.
just three responses.
Oh, okay,
Kindly fill.
okay.
Just three feedback has come. Kindly fill the feedback form. Hello, sir. Sir,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you have some work, you can leave, sir.
No, no, that's okay. That's okay. If you guys don't have any questions for me, then I should probably leave because
Sir, we
I
just
have to be
close
in
the
another
session
meeting.
after taking feedback.
Okay, 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 great. Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks a lot. Hope this, yeah, yeah,
Thank
great. I wish you guys all the best. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.